Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a question. How many of you are ready to stop settling for average? Think about it. How many times have you caught yourself saying, this is good enough or I don't need to go any further? It's comfortable, isn't it? But here's the harsh truth. Being average isn't going to get you the life you dream of. Today I'm going to break down why settling for mediocrity is the greatest threat to your success, and I'm going to show you how you can break free from the chains of average living. This is your wake-up call, because if you don't act now, your future self will look back and regret letting the opportunity slip by. So stay with me. I promise you won't want to miss the next few minutes. Complacency is one of the most insidious barriers to success. It quietly creeps in when we get too comfortable, when we start thinking that this is good enough, that pushing any further would be too difficult or unnecessary. It's easy to fall into this trap because, let's face it, who doesn't love comfort? But here's the thing, comfort is the enemy of growth. When you get too comfortable, when you stop striving for something better, you start to stagnate. And stagnation is the death of progress. Look around. You see it every day, people who are stuck in a cycle of mediocrity, doing just enough to get by, but never really pushing themselves. They wake up, go through the motions, and end their day in the same position they started. They may have dreams, they may have aspirations, but they're not willing to take the steps required to move beyond the familiar. The truth is, you can't expect extraordinary results from ordinary effort. If you're willing to settle for just enough, don't be surprised when you see other people achieving what you want, because they chose to push beyond their comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional action. It demands that you challenge yourself, take risks, and most importantly, fail. Failure is often seen as the enemy, but in reality, it's one of the most powerful tools for growth. The reason why so many people remain average is because they're afraid of failure. They fear making mistakes, getting things wrong, or facing rejection. But without these experiences, how can you possibly grow? Each mistake is a lesson, each failure a stepping stone toward greater things. If you want to see change, you need to move past the temptation of complacency. You need to look at yourself and say, I'm not okay with staying here. You have the ability to be so much more, but it requires you to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the discomfort of growth. So ask yourself, are you ready to challenge your current reality and take action toward a future that demands more from you? There's one thing that will always separate the successful from the average, and that's consistency. Consistency is the key to turning ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Many people get discouraged when they don't see immediate progress or the quick payoff they expect. But success is rarely instantaneous. It's built day by day, step by step, through persistent effort over time. One of the reasons people settle for being average is because they give up too soon. They try something maybe once or twice, and when they don't see instant results, they quit. They move on to something else, only to repeat the cycle over and over. But here's the truth. You can't expect to see results if you're only half-heartedly committed. It's the people who stick with it, who show up every day, even when it's hard, who put in the work when others are resting, who see real progress. In fact, consistency is often more important than talent. Talent can open doors, but consistency is what keeps them open. It's the daily habits you build, the mindset you adopt, and the relentless pursuit of your goals, even on days when motivation is low. And it's in those moments when it's hardest to show up that your true potential is revealed. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the ones who start out with the most ability or resources. They're the ones who keep going no matter what obstacles they face. Consistency also builds momentum. When you stick with something long enough, you begin to see results that weren't visible at first. Those small actions you take every day may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they compound into something much bigger. That's the power of consistency. It's the ability to keep going when others stop, to push forward when the end is nowhere in sight. So ask yourself what would happen if you committed to being consistent in your efforts. What would your life look like if you showed up every single day, no matter the circumstances, and worked toward your goals without fail? Consistency isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about making the decision to never give up, even when things get tough. If you can cultivate that mindset, if you can build the habit of showing up consistently, you'll realize that average is no longer an option for you. The sky will be the limit. Setting high standards for yourself is often the first step toward breaking free from the trap of mediocrity. It's easy to live in a world of comparison where we look at others and decide that we're doing just fine because we're on those around us. But here's the truth. If you're setting your standards based on what everyone else is doing, you're only ever going to be as good as they are. You need to set your own standards, standards that push you beyond what you think is possible. The reason many people stay average is that they fail to set standards that force them to grow. When you set a goal that's only a small leap from where you are right now, you may achieve it, but you won't be stretched, challenged, or transformed in the process. However, when you set a standard that feels just out of reach, one that pushes you beyond your comfort zone, that's where the magic happens. That's where true growth occurs. You may stumble, you may fail, but in the process you'll learn, adapt, and become a version of yourself you never thought possible. The key to unstoppable success is setting standards that demand more from you. And here's the thing, you don't have to rely on others to set these standards for you. The world is full of people who will tell you what's good enough, what's acceptable, and what's realistic. But no one knows your potential better than you. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to create your own definition of success. You need to look at what others have done, yes, but don't stop there. Ask yourself, what more can I do? What else is possible? Your standards should be a reflection of the immense potential you know lies within you, not a mere reflection of what's typical or expected. When you raise your standards, you invite a level of discipline and responsibility into your life that most people never experience. But this is what separates the extraordinary from the average. If you're going to break the cycle of mediocrity, you have to be unwilling to accept anything less than your best. Average people settle for doing just enough to buy. Extraordinary people demand more for themselves and from others. They choose excellence over complacency, growth over comfort. Setting these high standards isn't always easy. There will be times when it feels like the goal is too far, the climb too steep, and the results too distant. But this is the price of greatness. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, you begin to align your actions, thoughts, and habits with your bigger vision. The discipline you develop along the way becomes the foundation for everything you do. You'll find that you start showing up as a person who is constantly evolving, constantly striving to meet the bar you set for yourself. In today's world, we're constantly surrounded by promises of quick fixes and shortcuts to success. The media, advertising, and even social media influencers have built an entire industry around the idea that you can achieve greatness overnight if you just follow the right steps or buy the right product. But here's the hard truth, there are no shortcuts. There is no magic formula for success. Anything worth having takes time, effort, and persistence. The allure of quick fixes is powerful because it feeds into our desire for instant gratification. We want results now and we want them without the struggle. But real success, real growth doesn't happen on a whim. It doesn't come from a hack, a trend, or a shortcut that promises fast results with little effort. Achieving greatness requires dedication, patience, and a commitment to the long haul. If you fall for the illusion of quick fixes, you'll find yourself constantly chasing after the next trend or gimmick, never fully investing in the work required to achieve real results. This creates a cycle of frustration where you feel like you're always just a step away from success, but never quite getting there. The reality is success doesn't come in a neat packaged solution. It comes from the daily grind, from putting in the hard work when no one's watching, from persevering when the results are slow to show up. When you stop looking for shortcuts and commit to the process, you start to understand that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Each challenge you face, every setback you overcome, and every lesson you learn along the way is part of what shapes your success. The growth that happens while you're working toward your goals is often more valuable than the actual achievement itself. So if you're ready to break free from the cycle of mediocrity, you need to stop searching for quick fixes. You need to commit to the long-term process of becoming the best version of yourself. Understand that there will be days when the results seem distant, but those are the days when your perseverance will pay off the most. Greatness isn't something you can buy or achieve through shortcuts. It's something you build through sustained effort, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to your goals. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with promises of quick fixes, shortcuts, and get-rich-quick schemes that seem too good to pass up. Whether it's a new app that claims to double your productivity in a week or a viral diet that guarantees weight loss without exercise, there's always something claiming to offer fast results with minimal effort. But the truth is, these quick fixes are nothing more than illusions. The reality is that anything worth achieving requires time, effort, and persistence. There are no shortcuts to success, no magic formulas that can bypass the hard work that is necessary to build something meaningful. The allure of instant gratification is powerful because it promises immediate rewards without requiring the commitment, discipline, or sacrifice that true success demands. But when you chase after quick fixes, you fall into a cycle of disappointment and frustration. You may see some early, fleeting results, but these shortcuts rarely lead to long-term success. Instead, you find yourself back at square one, searching for the next quick fix that promises to deliver the results you desire. The problem is that with each new shortcut you pursue, you lose sight of the real work that needs to be done, the hard work that leads to lasting change and growth. Quick fixes are like a sugar rush. They give you a burst of energy, but they don't nourish you in the long term. True growth, whether personal, professional, or financial, requires a commitment to the process. It takes time to build the necessary skills, develop a strong mindset, and push through the obstacles that will inevitably arise. Success is not about finding an easier way, but about embracing the process, learning from setbacks, and continuously improving. The people who achieve lasting success are not those who found the quickest way to the top, but those who stuck it out when the road got tough and continued to push forward despite the challenges they faced. One of the biggest reasons people fall for the illusion of quick fixes is that we live in a culture that values speed over substance. We are conditioned to expect things immediately thanks to the convenience of modern technology and the instant access we have to information. However, this mindset does not serve us when it comes to building real, lasting success. And if you constantly chase after quick fixes, you'll never have the time or focus needed to truly master a craft or build something meaningful. Progress takes time, and the best things in life, whether they are relationships, careers, or personal achievements, are developed through sustained effort. The key to breaking free from the illusion of quick fixes is to embrace the truth that success is not instantaneous, nor is it easy. Instead of looking for shortcuts, focus on the long-term goals and understand that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the result you desire. It's in the daily effort, the consistency, and the dedication that you build the foundation for success. This process, although challenging at times, is what leads to real transformation that cannot be achieved with shortcuts. So stop looking for the quick fix and start investing in the hard work that will ultimately bring you the success you deserve. A mindset shift is one of the most powerful changes you can make to escape the grip of mediocrity and unlock your full potential. The way you think shapes everything about your life, from the actions you take to the results you achieve. If your mindset is limited, so too will be your potential. Conversely, adopt a mindset that embraces growth, challenges, and constant improvement. You open up a world of possibilities. But shifting your mindset isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process that requires conscious effort, awareness, and the willingness to challenge your own beliefs. For many people, the barrier to greatness is not a lack of ability, but a lack of belief in themselves. If you've been conditioned to think that success is reserved for a select few, or that failure defines who you are, you're operating under a mindset that limits your potential. But a mindset shift allows you to see beyond your current circumstances. It enables you to view challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and setbacks as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. When you shift your thinking from I can't to how can I, you unlock the creativity and resilience required to overcome any obstacle. One of the most transformative mindset shifts is moving from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes that talent, intelligence, and ability are fixed traits that cannot be changed. This mindset leads to the belief that if you're not good at something right away, you never will be. On the other hand, a growth mindset is built on the idea that abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset are not deterred by failure. They see it as an essential part of the learning process. They know that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and they are constantly seeking ways to improve themselves. Changing your mindset is essential because it determines how you approach everything in life. When your mindset is rooted in growth and possibility, you become more open to trying new things, stepping out of your comfort zone, and embracing the discomfort that comes with change. You begin to see obstacles as temporary and solvable, and you no longer fear failure. Instead, you look at it as a natural part of the process that brings you closer to success. This shift also changes how you respond to criticism. People with a fixed mindset take feedback personally and may be discouraged by negative comments. Those with a growth mindset, however, view criticism as valuable input that can help them improve. They don't internalize failure, and they understand that success isn't about being perfect. It's about learning, adapting, and becoming better with time. A growth mindset empowers you to keep going even when things get tough, because you know that every effort counts towards your ultimate success. The power of a mindset shift is undeniable, and the great news is that it's within your control. You are not limited by your circumstances or your past failures. You're only limited by your beliefs about what is possible. If you're ready to break free from average, start by changing how you think about yourself and your potential. By adopting a mindset that thrives on growth, challenges, and resilience, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. When your mindset aligns with your ambitions, you become unstoppable. The world will not be able to hold you back. Too often we sell ourselves short by believing that our potential is limited. We look at others who seem to be achieving greatness and think, that's not for me. I'm just not built for that kind of success. But the truth is, you are capable of so much more than you realize. We all carry within us untapped potential, a reservoir of strength, creativity, and resilience that, if unlocked, could propel us to places we never thought possible. The key to reaching this potential is recognizing it, believing in it, and having the courage to act on it. One of the main reasons people fail to reach their true potential is they never even try. They limit themselves by doubting their abilities or believing the narrative that success is reserved for a select few. But the reality is, success is not a matter of having special gifts or advantages. It's about having the right mindset, developing the right habits, and pushing through the challenges that stand between you and your dreams. Everyone has the capacity to achieve extraordinary things, but it requires a willingness to step out of your comfort zone and challenge the limiting beliefs you've placed on yourself. Think about it for a moment. What would happen if you stopped underestimating yourself? What if you recognize that the skills, knowledge, and drive you already possess are more than enough to help you achieve your dreams? So often, we focus on our weaknesses or what we lack instead of embracing the strengths we already have. If you stop holding yourself back and started tapping into your true potential, you will quickly see that the possibilities are limitless. But first, you have to believe in yourself and your ability to grow, learn, and adapt. Believing that you are capable of more is not about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about recognizing the inherent value in who you are and what you bring to the table. It's about understanding that setbacks are not permanent roadblocks, but temporary challenges that you can overcome. It's about realizing that the skills you need to succeed may not be with you yet, but they can be developed with effort, persistence, and dedication. You are not defined by where you are right now. You are defined by where you choose to go. The most successful people in the world didn't always start with advantage. They started with a belief in their potential. They refused to accept limitations and push through obstacles, learning and growing as they went. They believed they could become more, achieve more, and contribute more. And that belief, more than anything else, is what carried them to success. To tap into your true potential, you have to stop letting fear or doubt dictate your actions. You have to let go of the idea that you can't achieve what you want because you're not good enough or ready enough. The truth is, you will never feel completely ready, but you will always be capable of more than you think. It's about starting where you are, taking consistent action, and embracing the journey of growth. When you start believing in yourself and taking bold steps toward your goals, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. You are capable of greatness, and the only thing standing in your way is the belief you can't do it. Break free from that limiting belief, take action, and watch as you accomplish things you once thought were impossible. It's time to step into your full potential because the world is waiting for what only you can offer.